Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill. We have new Donkey Kong information to talk about on today's edition of Kong Watch. Before we get into it, I just want to thank you guys so much. We have passed 5,000 subscribers on this channel. There's actually 5,000 of you here to listen to me ramble about video games. I appreciate it so much. This is what I have been really craving and really wanting to do with YouTube ever since my very humble beginnings. Of course, my voiceover and voice impression videos took off much more quickly and rapidly than any kind of gaming content I ever made. Not that I don't enjoy doing the voiceover stuff, but man, it just feels good to be able to talk about games and have a little audience for it. So thank you guys so much. Anyway, let's get into this Donkey Kong stuff today. So I'm actually a couple of days late getting around to this. The weekend kind of just got away from me, and then that spilled into Monday. So we're talking about this here on a Tuesday morning. Probably gonna be more like Tuesday afternoon before this video comes out. But the Nintendo of Japan website updated their render for Diddy Kong that is displayed on the website. The render in question is based off of his Mario Party DS render. I believe that's the game that it was from. It's of course an older pose that it looks like they've basically just gone in and made him a little more furry. So yeah, a little more furry, little furry Diddy Kong. It's the exact same pose that we've seen before. There's been a lot of buzz on Twitter regarding this particular render. A lot of people seem to think it could be related to a new Donkey Kong game or, you know, something just Mario related. If you ask me, this is likely just a new render for Diddy Kong, you know, possibly for an upcoming Mario title, but I think it's extremely unlikely that this is related to a new Donkey Kong game. Nintendo has a past of making new renders and things and then them not really amounting to much. Looking at that Mario on the beach example where everybody was going nuts and speculating that it could be for Mario Sunshine 2 or Mario Odyssey. I think this is just a case of them just wanting to update the render, especially because they already have a Donkey Kong render on the website that's, you know, kind of fuzzy and furry, and Diddy Kong's old render just, it looks slightly out of place when you put them side by side. So now he's furry just like Donkey Kong, and now they look a little more like a pair, you know? But hey, you know, it's cool. I guess it's neat to see them going back and updating a Diddy Kong render. It looks good. I'll say that. It's a good looking render. But I don't really think there's much to say here. There's not too much to get overly excited about. I think they just wanted to modernize that Diddy Kong render a little bit. Now, with that said, leaks continue to be rampant for Donkey Kong. I don't like covering leaks too much because a lot of the time, none of it's legit. Doesn't ever really amount to anything. However, I thought this particular leak seemed interesting because the leaker has gotten some things right in the past. So I figured I'd go ahead and cover it and give my thoughts a little bit. Let's just jump into it. I received a message from Sxips on Discord. I will leave his Twitter handle in the description below. Go ahead and give him a follow. That dude is an insane King K. Rool player in Smash Bros. I'm also a King K. Rool main myself. I just wish I could play King K. Rool half as good as Sxips can. Easily a top tier K. Rool player there. But anyway, the message that he sent me came from somebody named Masked for Alligator on Discord. They said, "We have a new leaker on our hands. Samus Hunter 2 on Twitter has been extremely correct on basically everything they have said. They have correctly guessed the majority of Nintendo's current lineup, even things such as 2 main presentations, Pokemon in the Direct in February, and details about the exact content in the Monster Hunter Rise trailers. They have made several predictions about the upcoming Nintendo lineup, including a 3D Donkey Kong game made by Nintendo EPD, 2D Metroid, 3 new Kirby games, Fire Emblem 4 Remake, and Zelda's 35th anniversary will apparently be bigger than Mario's. As always, take it with a grain of salt, however, this person has a very good track record of correctness." So I took a closer look at their Twitter profile, and yeah, they do have some things that they have predicted and shared information on that has come to pass. Things like teasing a new Splatoon game, information regarding Monster Hunter Rise, teasing the announcements of Mario Golf and Miitopia, Age of Calamity DLC. That's all fine, that's all good, and the information does check out. Now, I'm not saying not to trust this person, but I am a little bit wary myself. The list of games has already been shared and gone over by insiders who, you know, have claimed their existence in the past, you know, or they have already been confirmed by companies like HAL as far as the Kirby games go. We know that they are working on a new Kirby game that they kind of want to reshape the way that we look at Kirby or something like that. It's public knowledge is what I'm saying. So I'm just exploring the possibilities. I've seen cases like this with a Samus Hunter person in the past, where they will, you know, gather information from other places and more credible people, and then they attempt to pass this information off as legitimate leaks. Now, I'm not trying to discredit this person or shit on them or anything like that. That's not my goal here, but I'm just saying that this kind of thing has been done in the past. They are also claiming that we are getting new Nintendo info this week, so that could either make or break their credibility. But even then, Nintendo news this week would also be a pretty easy thing to predict, because we just had an Indie Direct last week, and Nintendo has a history of following those up with news of their own. Even just this morning, shortly before I started recording this, they revealed that there's a Lego Luigi on the way. So this leaker could easily be like, yep, that's the Nintendo news this week, and still make it seem like they're legit. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that they aren't legit, I'm just saying I've seen this kind of thing before. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on them going forward. I just tend to take the skeptical, pessimistic approach when it comes to leaks, so then I get to be pleasantly surprised if I'm wrong. But you know, back to DK, as far back as January, they were talking about this 3D Donkey Kong being in the works, featuring 3D environments, old returning characters. This was on January 4th, which is the exact time frame that other leakers and insiders were talking about this. There's a very prominent leaker named Zippo who was one of those people talking about Donkey Kong. They dropped that EPD Tokyo is working on a DK game. So again, people were talking about this before this Samus Hunter person. Not to say that Zippo is necessarily a super credible person either. I'm just saying that they, you know, they're fairly prominent. A lot of people tend to cover this person when it comes to leaks and things. But the information was already out there. You know, all it takes is a little bit of digging to find this stuff and then try to pass it off as your own. I attempted to reach out to Samus Hunter before recording, but unfortunately didn't hear back in time. If they happen to share any new information with me, I'll be sure to follow up. Now, whether or not this person is legit, there has been a lot of smoke surrounding Donkey Kong this year, and all the info that I'm continuing to hear corresponds with each other, so it's likely a matter of time before this DK game has its grand announcement. I'm pretty confident about its existence, so still just gotta hold out for a little bit longer. E3 is just under 2 months away, so that's really the date we need to look towards, ladies and gentlemen. Take all of these leaks with a grain of salt, but hey, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's a lot of smoke. What do you guys think about all this? Do you think that Diddy Kong render has any relation to a new Donkey Kong game? Do you think any of these leaks are at all legitimate? Even though I'm a bit skeptical myself, I do think that there is some truth rooted in all of this somewhere. But as with all sorts of leaks and rumors, time will reveal the truth. So we just gotta sit and wait. Hope you enjoyed today's edition of Kong Watch. This isn't just going to become the Kong Watch channel, but it just so happened that I had some new Donkey Kong stuff to talk about this soon after the last Donkey Kong video. I really didn't think I was gonna have 3 of these out already. Hey, the more Donkey Kong stuff that I have to talk about, the merrier. That's perfect for me. I'm always happy to talk a little bit more about Donkey Kong. But hey, until next time, I'm Uncle Al with Game Show Planet, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.